Okay, everyone. Today is the day for some truth bombs. What do you guys think about that? Um, do you like the fact that I don't know, right? Social media can be so curated and I don't know, overdone. It seems like it makes everybody's life so perfect and easy. And ladies, I'm talking to you out there right now, okay? You see everybody talking about what you need to do in menopause and how to lose that belly fat and oh, it's just so easy. Let's fix our hormones and life will be life. Okay. Now the truth of that is there is some truth to that. If you're eating and sleeping, I mean, if you're eating well, right, like getting lots of protein, watching your carbs, not eating too late, obviously not eating thousands and thousands of calories, but like if you're doing the work, then it isn't that hard. But here is the truth. Life's upon all of us. Isn't that interesting? Right? So tell me, since January 1, has life lifed on you, right? Meaning you had all these great intentions to do, this or show up big, and maybe it's in business, maybe it's in your health, and you haven't quite done what you thought you were going to do. Oh my gosh. Is that you? Well, that's me. Okay. That is me. And I like to show up super authentic and who I am because that's just me. I roll with it. I live life how it is. I don't exaggerate. I never try to show like off my life. I don't what I have to show. I have to show you guys if you're watching me like on video, right? I can show off my cute doggies. Um, I can show off, I don't know, right? Like my cute little Kendra Scott little necklace. Like, what am I going to show off? I don't know. So I live life just enjoying me, doing real life, doing the thing. But I had a really, really big, bold, audacious goals for my business. And in part of my business as a woman, right, female, who is showing off health and wellness and anti-aging and going through this perimenopause, menopause stage of life with ease, because I say, right, this is my podcast, Thriving in Midlife, that I want to live that. But part of living that is just owning that nothing's ever perfect. And you have to realize nothing's ever perfect. Now, you can't just take that nothing's ever perfect and been like, oh, well, then, like, this week, no, this week, no, this week, no, and you throw it to the wind, like, right? And then nothing happens. But I want to tell you kind of my first 2 months of the year. I'm going to tell you from a health perspective and a business perspective. And I want you to say, oh God, that was me too. I want to give you permission to feel okay about it and not tell yourself, I suck. I never follow through. I don't do the things. I'll never lose weight. Of course, this has happened to me, right? Like, let's get over. There's no saga, poor me. We just own it, right? We just own it. So, in the beginning of the year, one of the products you guys see me talking about all the time is a mind body GLP-1 activator. It is a natural product that helps you with your overall metabolic health, which is helping you reduce that visceral fat, your belly fat, improve your blood sugar, insulin regulation. It helps, yes, curb appetite, hunger hormones, things like that. I don't need that part of it. But what I love about it, it lights my brain up. I'm sleeping so deep, and I know in deep sleep, that's where all my, cleanup is, and my glial cells are doing the work, and all my hormones and neurotransmitters are made. So here we go. So I started this back in October, and I was on the program. I was really doing well. And my first 6 weeks was amazing. Like, I gained muscle mass, I lost body fat. I'm like, this is amazing. Then I sold my product because the company ran out for a short period of time. So I gave it to other people to have. I'm like, I don't have to have it. That's okay. Not a big deal. But I lost my momentum a little bit. Product came back, started taking it again before the holidays, but it was before the holidays. And even though I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, I ate too much. I moved to Indianapolis, right? And so normally I run 3 days a week. I do yoga 3 days a week. I wasn't weight training then. I am now. And all of a sudden, December led into January. In January, we had some family trips, ski trip, other meeting people. And guess what? I kept eating a little bit too much. I kept drinking a little bit too much. And the weather was so freezing, I stopped my regular workout. And that's so unlike me, so unlike me. But moving to Indianapolis from moving living on the West Coast my entire life, I've realized was like a really big deal. Okay. I was in Arizona for my first 25 years, Southern California for my next 25 years. I mean, I've been a West Coast girl. So when it's been like, you can see, I think if you guys are watching live, you can see that it's like sunny here today, but it hasn't been. It's been dreary and freezing and snowy. And I realized I just came home. And next podcast, I'll talk about my mom's 80th birthday. That's not for today, but just came back from that. And again, man, I know that I got gluten while I was there. That causes like inflammation and bloating. Again, didn't sleep well, different bed, different environment, overexcited. You know how like you're like exhausted after the go, 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 rush, rush, all anticipation, planning, planning, planning. So I came home and I skipped February, just so you guys know, planning my mom's birthday. We came back from this family ski trip. We all got so, so sick. Even yesterday, I like was like, I'm getting back on track. So I went running and I hadn't been running in 3 months. That's the longest in my entire life since I was probably like 14 or 15. I have gone without running. This is just the truth, you guys. It happens, okay? I still running could feel it a little bit in my lungs. I'm like, interesting. I was really sick. So, when you're not feeling well, your motivation's not high, all the things. So I wasn't overeating or indulging in like a gazillion chocolate chip cookies or things I would love, but I still wasn't really taking care of myself, right? I wasn't honoring my best. So, needless to say, I got on the scale and I was like, oh my gosh, my body weight changes that I saw happen back in October, November, I really have blown it. And because of my lifestyle of as a physical therapist, I was always like up, down, working, treating clients, moving my body all day long. Now, so much of what I'm doing is sitting. I'm creating content. I'm on Zoom calls. Way too much sitting. Yes, I have a walking pad, but even still, I've been sitting way too much. So I'm like, oh my gosh, my muffin top is back. Oh my gosh, I just don't have my zest back. Oh my gosh, like all the things I do for life to keep me on my A game, which why didn't I get back January, February, right? I kind of just used it. Oh, we're traveling, this, that, we got sick. I don't know. And then the weather was awful. So excuse me. And I realized, okay, there's no ever, ever perfect. I don't like that word. There is no such a thing. Perfect is just living life. That's really what it is. But it's having more intention, right? And that's what I think we all need is more intentional living. And what happens when how you do one thing is how you do everything. So the other part that I realized is as I was working on delivering content and information for you guys, as I was working on building my businesses, I wasn't also doing that with the intention I should be doing. Who's been there where you're like half doing stuff, dilly dally, this, that, whatever? And I will tell you, I've never worked from home my entire life. And working from home now, it is so easy to like, oh, let me throw in a load of laundry. Oh, let me wipe down the counters again. Oh, the dogs need to go for a walk. Oh, the dogs are messy and they came in. I better clean the floor. What am I doing? I never did this before, right? These are basically kind of distraction techniques that we all get really, really good at and think we need to do. And it kind of can consume our life. And I realized, you know what? I need to actually write out more detailed schedule. I have a generic schedule. I need even more detailed schedule. And so even if you're not building a business, even if you're not looking for optimal health, which hopefully if you're listening to me and we're friends, you are. And so in that, I'm like, am I doing my meal prep? Am I planning my food? Am I going to sleep early? I will tell you, we were in bed at 10 o'clock last night. Like we're back on track. And that's, even though I'm not asleep, if you don't quite get in your routine early enough, right, your routines can't happen. So we're like, okay, we're committed. Back on track, back on my program, back on my mind body, back eating with intention, back intention building my business, um, back. I mean, honestly, yesterday I was like, okay, I know I don't need crazy endurance at our age, ladies, right? That's not what we need. We need strength training. We need to reduce our cortisol. So if you can do some stretching and some yoga and some walking, that's so good for us. Being in nature, breathing fresh air, all the things. That is what we need. But for me, I am now just running like how my life has been is I just run like 3 miles like twice a week. It's my moving meditation. It's how I connect with nature. So I'm not like pounding it out, running 10 miles. Those days are gone. But this is like honest truth bomb. So I want you to tell me in the comments, what is the one or two things? Just tell me one thing that you've like, oh yeah, I've kind of fallen off. I had good intentions for the new year, right? And then I've fallen off. And so every day, I think it's just living to live a full life intentional every day. And that's not like, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. Oh, I'll just have fun. No, it's I become the best version of me when I've done my exercise, my movement, my meditation, when I've followed my sleep routine. Oh my God, for me, my sleep routine is critical. If I get off my sleep routine, I kind of fall off everything. It's just interesting how that happens, right? I'm back using my sauna. I am back doing meal prepping, and I am back organizing my work because I want to serve more. And that's the bottom line. I want to serve more. And so I am going to make a conscious effort to reach out to people. Maybe there's people out there like you guys hearing this right now that's like, what, Kellie, you have opportunities to partner with you? I do. And I'm looking for partners right now, right? But I don't tell everybody all the time. I should be telling them every day. Why am I not, right? But in this intentional living, we can fall into these, accidental habits of, oh, I'm taking all the right activators and supplements and I'm working out and I'm eating pretty good. So I'm super healthy. And it's a little bit of a fake healthy because I was doing all those things. And the fake healthy means that I'm not really following my full sleep routine. I'm not really honoring myself and making sure I'm getting out of the hustle and grind and cortisol and um I'm not in the multitasking constantly, right? Or I fall into the organizing to get organized. And I just realized, oh my gosh, life is just so much more. I need to nourish, love, enjoy, and really be intentional. So I hope you are like, oh my gosh, what have I been like not doing? Or what do I think I'm doing? And I'm kind of doing it to show, oh yeah, I take care of myself. I'm doing the things, but you're not. Maybe that's you like really needing counseling. Maybe it's you like, do you follow somebody for personal development? I have two people in my life I follow religiously and I'm in their programs. One is Brendan Burchard. He is the number one, number two high performance coach. He's written the book High Performance Habits. He has an app called Growth Day. Um, I have one of my teams, all part of it. You can be a part of it. I actually have a code if you're interested at all. But I start my day with positive mindset. I start my day listening to people that are filling my cup, nourishing me, people that I want to hang out with. I get to choose who I hang out with. That means who and what you're listening to as well, right? It is so phenomenal to get your mind right every day, how to start the day. The second person I follow is Kathy Heller. Kathy Heller was at one time a musician, but she had a journey that took her to live in the old city of Jerusalem for a couple years. And then when she came to Los Angeles, she studied at the Mindfulness School of Mindfulness at UCLA for 2 years. And she really fell into this whole how do you bring abundance in your life, how to live life to the fullest in this abundance. It's all around us. We're energy, it's flow, currency, bringing money into your life. The more you bring in, the more you push out, right? And this revolving door, but everything we need, we have it already. We just need to be more present, act upon what is that, really live in our truth. And so without having those mentors, we fall off the wagon like I just did, you guys. My life, it wasn't in shambles, like nothing horrible happened. We had some small hiccups in life, but that is going to be no matter what. So that we have to build in resilience. So when we have those things happening, it's like doesn't throw us completely off of our game. I wasn't thrown completely off of my game, but if I was only functioning at like 75% of me, 80% of me, was it 70? Was it 90? I'm not sure. But what I do know is it was not 100. It was not 100. And I can 100% say I need to take more ownership for me, for my health, for my actions. So I think if I am honest, it's going to ask all of you, as my listeners, as my audience, as people that run across me, ask yourself today, am I really living in my truth? Am I really doing the do of what I say? Am I living to my full potential? Because that's the other part. We talk about our full potential. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong today. But as a human, we have in this innate drive within us to improve, to be better, to learn. And again, not be better that you're not good. We're all born perfect, amazing, good, just the way we are. But we can um, recreate ourselves. We can just, we want to grow. Growing is something that we do when we're young. And somewhere in our 20s, we kind of seem to stop this personal growth and development. So it could be for you personally, it could be in a job, it could be with your friends, it could be with your health. I want you to keep growing. That will enrich your life to the fullest, is to keep growing. That's what I provide in my community, a place to grow and deepen your relationships with other women wanting optimal health and wellness. And so life and longevity is paired with the people that you hang around with, the community that you are. That's why the blue zones, you guys, are so popular. They hang out in community and commune. So I have I have options for you that we're going to be building up and boosting, and you could be a part of those in a few different fashions. If you're looking for something for business, I have that for you. If you're looking for something for your personal life in women, in relationships, in connection, in women's health and longevity, perimenopause, menopause, this is all like a big stewing pot, right? It's just a little soup that we keep changing up, ladies. But we need to honor and love ourselves in these processes. So, you guys, I just wanted to come in because if you publicly say something, then you're like, I gotta do it. So I am telling you, I am back living to my 100% as best that I can, of my fullest of my health and of my business. And I want to show up as you. And part of it is sharing the truth and all of the truth. So I hope this has helped you go, what do I need to get better at? What am I falling off the wagon? What am I just not doing, but I think I'm doing? If I want to build a business, why aren't I building the business? I'm actually not making the calls I need to make. I don't know what that is for you, but there is something. So somebody needs you. I don't know who that is, but what I want to say is be your you, live yourself out to the fullest, because there is somebody out there waiting to see you, hear from you, want something with you. So if they're waiting, go out and shout it from the mountaintops so they can find you. All right, you guys, I hope today was helpful. As always, it's always such a pleasure being here. I hope my truth was helpful to you. So if you're watching this on the replay, if you're on your podcast, however you're hearing this information, honor yourself by being truthful and saying, what is the one thing that you're going to improve upon? Starting now, we've got 10 months of the year left. Don't let another month go by without fulfilling your full, authentic, true self and potential that you've got within you. So, cheers, everyone.